Welcome to New Hampshire's Business. I'm Fred Coker. It costs more to live these days. The cost of living went up inflationary 5% in May, and that's the most since 2008. And we see it at the grocery store, at restaurants, we see it at the car lots, construction, and now at the gas stations, where gas at some stations is $3 a gallon or more. With me to take a look at some specific costs of living in New Hampshire and what's driving them and the average living wage in New Hampshire, which is interesting, is Phil Sletton, who is the senior analyst at the New Hampshire Fiscal Policy Institute. Welcome, Phil.
It's great to be here, Fred. Thank you.
Let's start with grocery stores. The average price of grocery store food purchases as of April increased 5.7%. We all know that. We see it from the same period in April of last year. I know you don't follow grocery stores per se, but it's a reflection of things like the drought, I assume, out west on crops and beef, and just the cost of doing business.
Yeah, and inflation at this point is a key concern in the economy, but right now we aren't seeing inflation across the board. So some of those reasons that we saw those initial price increases, particularly in food, as you noted, which has squeezed a lot of people's budgets during the pandemic and after the pandemic, those are different reasons than some of the reasons that we're seeing inflation now, at least on a month-to-month basis now in the economy. And the latest national inflation report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics shows that we're seeing prices going up for airline tickets, used cars and trucks, as you mentioned, certain types of fuel oil, clothes, and certain food items are still outpacing inflation overall. A lot of these increases are still a result of specific pandemic-related impacts, which suggests that some of them may be short-term, but there are clearly short and long-term impacts associated with, for example, the increase in food prices that you noted. Not everyone needs to buy airline tickets, but everybody has to buy food.
And then there's the housing. The median price for a house in New Hampshire in May was more than $400,000 for the first time. And then the rental market is out of reach for many for two reasons. One is the median gross rent for a two-bedroom apartment in New Hampshire is $1,413. The statewide vacancy rate for apartments in New Hampshire is 2%. That's low, Phil.
Yes, 2% is very low. We've had, as you noted, a tight housing market right now where it's been difficult for a lot of people to afford homes. There are some people who may be in rental units now who were looking to buy homes previously, or maybe still are looking, and now those homes are out of reach for them, which means they're still in rental units. And if they're in rental units, those are fewer rental units available for people who are nowhere near being able to afford a home, for example. And that means that there's increased pressure on the rental market. The number of units available is lower because there are more people who otherwise would be in a house that aren't. And people who have very low and limited or fixed incomes may be seeing the price of rent go up and their options in terms of where they can rent going down.
Yeah. So what does the cost of living look like against the backdrop of a living wage for a New Hampshire family with two working adults and a child? The average annually in New Hampshire about $61,003. But I'm going to go around that circle that you see, starting with the red and going clockwise, $9,644 for transportation, and then housing is the next one up, $14,490, and then we go around the circle. Healthcare, $7,237, child care, $9,174, and that's a big one. That's a big issue. Child and food, $7,098, and taxes, $7,468, and then of course other, which would be clothes and household supplies and so forth. Anyhow, give us some analysis on that, Phil.
Yeah, so it's worth noting that this is an analysis that's focused on looking at the basics. So something like higher education, for example, is not a cost that's represented in here. And it's also not a surprise that housing is the largest slice of the pie. If we look at some other data from the U.S. Census Bureau for 2019, so before the pandemic, nearly half of renter households in New Hampshire were paying 30% or more of their income in rent and utilities. It's also not a surprise to see transportation and housing as relatively significant pieces, transportation and childcare as relatively significant pieces. Childcare availability has become very limited. It was limited before the pandemic, and the childcare industry has not been helped by the pandemic in any way. And right. The childcare industry is important for getting people able to go back to work or to go to work and ensure that there's a safe place for their child to stay.
As we wrap this up, Phil, just quickly, I'm going to put up a graphic of the minimum wage in New Hampshire. New Hampshire is $7.25, and you can see Vermont, Maine, and Massachusetts are higher. No comment here. It's just it's something that I thought we couldn't do this edition of New Hampshire's Business on the Cost of Living without showing that. Anyhow, Phil Sletton, Senior Policy Analyst at the New Hampshire Fiscal Policy Institute. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fred.
And if you missed part of this interview, you can go to WMUR.com and it will be posted later today and all next week.